For many years, the moon has been surrounded by mystery, especially after the Apollo missions, giving rise to intense speculation and debate. One of the most controversial ideas suggests that astronauts may have encountered traces of extraterrestrial life or remnants of ancient non-human structures during their lunar journeys. Although a small number of people continue to question whether NASA ever reached the moon, most scientists and historians agree that the 6 Apollo landings were real. Still, allegations persist that NASA concealed critical discoveries made during those missions. According to a growing number of alleged insiders and whistleblowers, important information about what was actually found on the moon has never been fully disclosed to the public. One of the most prominent individuals associated with these claims is Dr. Ralph Johnston, a former NASA contractor and aerospace engineer. Born in 1942 at Fort Sam Houston Air Force Base in San Antonio, Texas, Johnston was deeply involved in the Apollo program. He served as one of 4 civilian astronaut consultant pilots and assisted in training Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins ahead of the Apollo 11 mission. Despite his professional credentials and close association with NASA, Johnston later became widely known for making allegations against the agency, though he has repeatedly rejected the term whistleblower. He maintains that he is simply sharing first-hand knowledge that the public deserves to know. Johnston claims that NASA has deliberately hidden evidence of ancient alien cities and highly advanced extraterrestrial technology on the moon. According to him, some of this technology appears capable of manipulating gravity itself. His conflict with NASA allegedly began when he was instructed to destroy a nearly complete archive of high-resolution glossy photographs from the Apollo missions. These images, said to be far superior in quality to those released publicly, reportedly showed artificial structures and unexplained anomalies on the lunar surface. Johnston refused to comply with the order and instead preserved the photographs, later making them public. Over the last several decades, numerous scientists, engineers, and former NASA personnel have accused the agency of withholding data and suppressing evidence of unusual objects encountered in space. Some believe NASA concealed artifacts discovered on the Moon and Mars, as well as potential signs of life detected by the Viking probes in the 1970s. Johnston's statements align with these suspicions. He insists that Apollo astronauts photographed alien structures during their extravehicular activities on the Moon. He further claimed that NASA ordered the destruction of all EVA imagery stored at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. When he refused, he was ultimately dismissed from his position. Johnston's decision to speak publicly about these claims led to his termination and sparked significant controversy. In 2007, after the release of Richard Hoagland's book Dark Mission, The Secret History of NASA, Johnston's name appeared in quoted criticisms accusing NASA of hiding vital information. Shortly thereafter, Kay Ferrari, the director of NASA's Solar System Ambassadors program at JPL, reportedly asked Johnston to resign. When he refused, citing his First Amendment right to free speech, he was allegedly forced out of the program. Following his removal, Johnston expressed frustration with what he described as the U.S. government's decision to sit on classified evidence for more than 40 years. He claimed that Apollo images revealed ruins of ancient structures, including enormous glass domes, massive stone towers, and even castle-like formations appearing to float above the lunar surface. According to Johnston, the low-resolution images released to the public fail to show the true nature of these discoveries. He later stated in interviews that he had nothing left to lose. The idea of alien structures on the moon remains one of the most fiercely debated topics in space exploration. NASA continues to assert that there is no evidence of extraterrestrial artifacts, while individuals like Johnston argue that the truth has been intentionally buried. His claims raise serious questions about how much classified information space agencies possess and whether humanity has been kept unaware of discoveries that could fundamentally change our understanding of the universe. As discussions around NASA cover-ups and extraterrestrial encounters persist, Johnston's testimony serves as a reminder that many remain unconvinced by official explanations. For decades, NASA has also faced accusations of hiding evidence of unidentified flying objects and advanced spacecraft in its imagery. Although the agency has consistently denied these allegations, several former employees and contractors have come forward claiming that UFOs were deliberately removed from photographs before public release. Among them is Donna Hare, a former NASA contractor who worked with the agency during the 1970s. Hare claimed she had access to restricted areas where she viewed classified space photographs that never reached the public. According to Hare, NASA maintained a department tasked with airbrushing UFOs and other anomalies from space images. She stated that she personally witnessed photographs being altered to remove unusual objects, ensuring no trace of extraterrestrial craft would be visible. In her testimony, she described conversations with colleagues in the photographic department who admitted they were regularly instructed to erase UFOs from images captured by NASA spacecraft and satellites. Hare also recalled seeing a high-resolution photograph of a disc-shaped object hovering above Earth. When she questioned it, the image was swiftly removed from the room. Her claims echo long-standing suspicions that NASA has withheld key information related to unexplained aerial phenomena. Many believe that if UFOs were observed near Earth or the Moon, NASA would suppress such evidence to avoid public panic or national security concerns. Several other former NASA employees have shared similar accounts over the years. Some allege that Apollo astronauts witnessed strange objects monitoring their activities on the Moon, only for those communications to be edited or silenced before reaching the public. There have also been claims that NASA possesses images showing structures on the Moon, possibly indicating extraterrestrial activity or remnants of ancient civilizations. The idea that NASA edits or censors UFOs from its images is not new. For years, amateur astronomers and independent researchers have examined official space photographs and identified unexplained lights, unusual shapes, and objects that appear artificially constructed. Critics argue that NASA's reluctance to openly address these anomalies suggests a broader effort to keep the public unaware of what truly exists beyond Earth. One of the strongest arguments supporting the cover-up theory is the number of former employees making such claims, many of whom seemingly had little to gain by fabricating their stories. If Hare and others are telling the truth, then NASA may have been actively concealing evidence of extraterrestrial encounters for decades. Hare also claimed that employees were warned to remain silent, recalling conversations in which colleagues feared losing their pensions or facing severe consequences for speaking out. Additional suspicion has arisen from live broadcasts from the International Space Station. On multiple occasions, NASA's live feed has abruptly cut out when unidentified objects appeared in the background. These sudden interruptions have fueled speculation that transmissions were intentionally stopped to prevent viewers from seeing something they were not meant to witness. The implications of these claims are profound. If NASA has indeed suppressed evidence of UFOs and advanced extraterrestrial technology, then humanity's understanding of space exploration may be incomplete. There may already be proof of intelligent life that has been deliberately hidden. As more individuals come forward and technology continues to advance, it may become increasingly difficult for organizations to keep such information secret. In recent years, even the U.S. government has acknowledged that military pilots have encountered unidentified aerial phenomena displaying capabilities beyond known human technology. With this growing body of evidence, the possibility of a long-term effort to obscure the truth appears more plausible to many. The question remains how much longer such information can remain concealed. If the testimonies of Hare and other former NASA personnel are accurate, the world may be approaching a revelation that could permanently alter our understanding of the universe. Whether through whistleblowers, leaked documents, or future space missions uncovering undeniable proof, the truth surrounding UFOs and their connection to NASA's space programs may eventually emerge. In recent years, NASA has released hundreds of images that appear to show unidentified objects near the International Space Station and other missions. Many depict unusual shapes that do not resemble known satellites, spacecraft, or space debris. In some cases, these objects appear disc-shaped or orb-like, hovering near the ISS before abruptly vanishing or changing direction at speeds that defy conventional physics. NASA has typically explained these anomalies as reflections, ice particles, or camera glitches. However, critics argue that the frequency and consistency of such sightings, combined with their apparent maneuverability, point to something far more advanced. There have been multiple incidents in which live broadcasts were suddenly cut just as mysterious objects entered the frame, further fueling claims of deliberate censorship. If these objects are indeed advanced extraterrestrial craft, it would suggest that NASA has been observing their presence for decades without fully informing the public. The increasing number of images, combined with whistleblower accounts and official acknowledgments of UAP encounters, continues to strengthen the belief among many that humanity may not be alone in the universe. Many people believe it is only a matter of time before NASA and other space agencies are compelled to disclose the full reality of what is truly occurring beyond Earth. One individual often cited in these discussions is Ingo Swan, a remarkable figure whose abilities challenge traditional ideas about human perception. Widely regarded as one of the most prominent remote viewers in history, Swan was directly involved in classified intelligence programs, including the CIA's Stargate project. His work within these secret initiatives led to extraordinary claims, particularly concerning the far side of the moon. Swan asserted that his remote viewing sessions revealed mysterious installations on the lunar surface, including bases, artificial structures, and signs of an extraterrestrial presence. When documents related to the Stargate project were later declassified, Swan's involvement was officially confirmed, reinforcing his reputation as a pioneer of remote viewing and expanding discussions about extraterrestrial activity beyond Earth. His entry into the world of remote viewing began in the 1970s when his unusual abilities attracted the attention of government agencies. Remote viewing refers to the claimed ability to perceive distant or concealed locations, objects, or events using the mind alone. Swan demonstrated an exceptional capacity to describe locations and situations with striking detail, which made him valuable to intelligence operations. Recognizing the possible strategic and military applications of such abilities, the CIA recruited him for experiments aimed at evaluating and utilizing his talents for classified missions. The Stargate project was a highly secretive program launched during the Cold War when U.S. intelligence agencies believed psychic phenomena might be exploited for espionage and reconnaissance. Swan was among a small group of individuals selected to gather information about distant or inaccessible targets through remote viewing. While much of this work focused on locations on Earth, the most astonishing aspect of Swan's experiences involved sessions directed toward the moon. According to Swan, his remote viewing of the moon revealed unusual activity on its far side, a region permanently hidden from direct observation due to tidal locking. He claimed to observe massive structures resembling domes and artificial facilities. He described intricate networks of buildings, road-like formations, and evidence of advanced technology. Even more unsettling, Swan reported sensing the presence of non-human entities operating these installations, engaged in activities beyond human understanding. What made his experiences particularly disturbing was the feeling that these entities became aware of him during the session. Swan described an intense sensation of being observed and even chased, as if his consciousness had been detected while probing their domain. This deeply unsettling experience led him to believe that whatever was occurring on the moon was intentionally concealed and not meant to be discovered by humanity. Swan's accounts closely align with various theories suggesting that NASA and other space agencies have suppressed knowledge of extraterrestrial activity on the moon. Some theorists argue that Apollo astronauts encountered evidence of alien structures and were subsequently forced into silence. Others speculate that the sudden end of crewed lunar missions after Apollo 17 was linked to an encounter with an intelligent, non-human presence. Swan's remote viewing data appear to support these ideas, implying that the moon may be far more complex than a lifeless body orbiting Earth. When the CIA eventually declassified documents related to the Stargate project, Swan's participation was officially acknowledged. Although the release materials did not include detailed descriptions of his lunar observations, they confirmed that he had been deeply involved in high-level remote viewing experiments for intelligence purposes. This acknowledgement suggested that his abilities were taken seriously at the highest levels of government and raised further questions about what information regarding extraterrestrial activity may still remain classified. Swan's experiences have left a lasting impression on the fields of ufology and paranormal research. Many researchers consider his testimony to be among the most compelling accounts suggesting that extraterrestrial intelligence may be present within our solar system. His claims prompted renewed scrutiny of lunar anomalies, with independent investigators analyzing satellite images and photographs for signs of artificial structures. Over time, images from lunar orbiters have revealed unexplained geometric patterns and shadowy forms that resemble towers, domes, and possible underground openings. When combined with Swan's testimony, these observations have fueled speculation that the moon may not be as empty and inactive as conventional science suggests. Despite skepticism from mainstream scientists and space agencies, Swan's reputation as a remote viewer has remained strong. Several of his other sessions, including descriptions of classified Soviet facilities, were later reported to align with verified information. His involvement in the Stargate project demonstrated that remote viewing was regarded as a legitimate intelligence-gathering tool by the U.S. government. If his abilities were trusted for sensitive terrestrial targets, many argue that his lunar observations should not be dismissed outright. Swan's revelations also raise profound philosophical and existential questions about humanity's place in the universe. If intelligent beings are operating on the moon, what is their purpose? Are they observers, guardians, or something entirely unknown? If governments have long been aware of such activity, why has this knowledge been withheld from the public? These questions remain unanswered, but Swan's accounts suggest a reality far more complex than the one commonly presented. As humanity prepares for renewed lunar exploration through upcoming Artemis missions and potential long-term settlements, Swan's claims take on renewed relevance. If artificial structures and extraterrestrial activity do exist on the moon, future explorers may encounter discoveries that fundamentally challenge our understanding of reality. His work implies that we may not be alone in our cosmic neighborhood, and that the moon could hold secrets capable of reshaping our view of the universe. The story of Ingo Swan is one of secrecy, controversy, and revelation. His remote viewing sessions, later confirmed by declassified CIA documents, indicate that the U.S. government actively explored unconventional methods of intelligence gathering, including the investigation of possible extraterrestrial activity on the moon. His descriptions of artificial structures and non-human presence offer a perspective that challenges the widely accepted portrayal of the moon as a barren wasteland. Whether seen as groundbreaking insight or an unresolved mystery, Swan's legacy continues to inspire those searching for hidden truths about the universe. The far side of the moon has long been a focus of speculation, with many believing it conceals secrets deliberately kept from public view. While mainstream science describes the moon as lifeless, accounts from remote viewers and alleged NASA insiders claim the existence of concealed bases, artificial installations, and extraterrestrial activity on its hidden hemisphere. These testimonies, along with leaked imagery and suppressed reports, have convinced many that a deliberate cover-up exists, hiding realities beyond humanity's current understanding. Remote viewing, once studied by the U.S. government for intelligence purposes, has produced results that continue to fuel debate when applied to the moon. Anonymous remote viewers have described visions of enormous underground complexes, towering constructions, and signs of highly advanced technology beneath the lunar surface. These accounts closely resemble earlier statements made by the well-known remote viewer Ingo Swan, who was involved in the CIA's Stargate project. Swan's claims of encountering an extraterrestrial presence on the moon have been echoed by other remote viewers reporting nearly identical observations. The repeated similarities in these accounts have led many to believe they are not random coincidences, but fragments of a concealed reality. Some remote viewers claim the moon contains vast domed cities that appear to have been built by a technologically superior civilization. Others speak of tunnels and underground chambers that seem deliberately engineered rather than formed by natural geological processes. According to these reports, the structures are not abandoned but actively maintained and possibly inhabited by unknown entities. In several cases, remote viewers have described an intense sensation of being observed during their sessions, as if their awareness had been detected by non-human intelligence. These experiences closely parallel Swan's own account of feeling watched by lunar inhabitants, reinforcing the belief that something extraordinary may be occurring on the moon's far side. Alongside remote viewers, several NASA whistleblowers have also made startling claims regarding the existence of secret lunar installations. Over the years, former NASA employees, military personnel, and contractors have shared testimonies that directly challenge the official narrative. One of the most frequently cited whistleblowers is Carl Wolf, who worked with the U.S. Air Force and claimed he was shown classified images of artificial structures on the moon while handling data from NASA's Lunar Orbiter program. Wolf stated that a fellow technician revealed photographs depicting massive buildings and domes on the far side of the moon. According to him, these images were quickly suppressed, and their existence was never disclosed to the public. Another former NASA contractor, Donna Hare, also made striking allegations, claiming that NASA routinely edited images containing UFOs and unusual structures before releasing them. Hare, who worked as a photo technician, asserted that astronauts and personnel were required to swear secrecy regarding what they witnessed, further supporting claims that NASA actively conceals information about what truly exists beyond Earth. Hare's statements are consistent with those of other whistleblowers who argue that significant lunar discoveries have been deliberately hidden. One of the most commonly cited pieces of circumstantial evidence supporting a cover-up theory is the sudden end of crewed lunar missions after Apollo 17 in 1972. NASA initially planned additional Apollo missions, yet they were canceled without detailed explanation. Some theorists believe the decision was not purely financial, as officially stated, but instead linked to something astronauts encountered on the Moon that made further missions too risky. Reports suggest Apollo crews witnessed unidentified craft monitoring their activities and were allegedly warned to leave the Moon. If true, this could explain why humans have not returned to the lunar surface in more than 50 years. Leaked NASA images and satellite photographs have further intensified suspicion surrounding a lunar cover-up. Researchers studying high-resolution lunar imagery have identified unusual formations that appear artificial rather than natural. At the same time, the hacking collective known as Anonymous, famous for exposing concealed information, has released materials that sparked global controversy. One of their most shocking disclosures involved photographs taken by a NASA Mars rover that appear to show what looks like a skeleton on the Martian surface. Some researchers believe this could be the fossilized remains of a dinosaur-like creature, igniting intense debate and speculation. If authentic, such a discovery would represent undeniable evidence that life once existed on Mars in a far more complex form than previously accepted. The image gained attention after an amateur analyst noticed a distinct shape within the rocky Martian terrain that stood out from typical geological formations. Unlike other rocks, the object appeared structured, with shapes resembling bones. When the image circulated publicly, it quickly drew attention from independent researchers and others open to the possibility that it represented ancient Martian life. Many observers noted how realistic the skeletal form appeared, stating that if the image had been presented without context, it would likely be mistaken for a fossil found on Earth. The object seems to display a rib cage, elongated bones, and skeletal frames similar to prehistoric creatures. The apparent complexity of the remains raises profound questions about Mars's past and whether it once supported advanced life forms. NASA has largely avoided addressing the claim directly, which has only fueled further suspicion. Critics argue that the structure appears too detailed to be dismissed as an optical illusion or erosion artifact, suggesting an organic origin fossilized under harsh Martian conditions. The timing of the anonymous release is also considered significant. Over the years, countless anomalies have been identified in Mars rover images, including strange objects and formations that some believe resemble artificial structures. While NASA consistently attributes these findings to natural processes, the growing volume of unexplained imagery has convinced many that Mars is far more mysterious than officially acknowledged. If the skeleton is genuine, it would confirm that Mars was once a living world rather than the barren planet seen today. Such a discovery raises further questions about what led to Mars's transformation. Was there a catastrophic extinction event similar to those experienced on Earth, or did an even more destructive phenomenon occur? If the remains belong to a dinosaur-like species, some theorists argue this supports the idea that Mars followed an evolutionary path similar to Earth's, possibly dominated by reptilian life before a planet-wide catastrophe. Others point to panspermia, the theory that life can spread between planets via meteor impacts, suggesting biological links between Earth and Mars. The reluctance of mainstream science to seriously examine these claims has frustrated many who believe vital information is being deliberately withheld. If the object truly is a fossil, it could represent one of the most significant discoveries in human history. The lack of official acknowledgement has only strengthened suspicions that a broader agenda exists to control public understanding of extraterrestrial life. Anonymous' decision to release these images highlights the growing influence of independent investigation in the digital era. Without such efforts, the image may have remained buried or ignored. Its release forces the world to confront the possibility that evidence of life beyond Earth may already exist. As more researchers examine the imagery and demand transparency, calls for openness in space exploration continue to intensify. The alleged discovery of a skeleton on Mars challenges long-held assumptions about the planet and compels humanity to reconsider its understanding of life in the universe. It suggests Earth may not be unique in fostering complex organisms and raises new questions about what other secrets Mars might conceal beneath its surface. If fossils exist, could there also be remnants of ancient cities or structures built by intelligent beings? For decades, Mars has been closely studied by rovers and satellites, producing thousands of images of its rocky terrain. Among these are numerous photographs that appear to show formations resembling archaeological ruins. Some images display shapes similar to walls, pyramids, domes, and road-like paths, leading many to believe Mars may once have hosted an advanced civilization. What makes these images particularly compelling is their resemblance to ancient structures on Earth. Independent analysts have noted similarities to sites in Egypt, Mesoamerica, and Mesopotamia. The apparent symmetry and geometric precision of certain formations raise doubts about purely natural explanations. Unlike random erosion patterns, many structures appear organized and intentional, suggesting intelligent design rather than chance. One especially debated image shows a pyramid-like formation isolated within the Martian landscape. Its similarity to Earth's pyramids has led to speculation that Mars once housed a civilization with architectural knowledge comparable to early human societies. If so, it raises the possibility of a connection between ancient Mars and Earth, whether through shared origins, contact, or parallel development. Another image appears to depict the ruins of a walled complex or temple-like structure with rectangular outlines and features resembling pillars or doorways partially buried beneath dust. This has led some to believe Mars once supported a flourishing society that was later destroyed by a catastrophic event. Evidence of dried riverbeds and vast canyons supports the idea that Mars once had liquid water and a more Earth-like environment which could have sustained life. NASA has repeatedly dismissed these interpretations, attributing them to pareidolia, the human tendency to see familiar patterns in random shapes. According to the agency, the formations are natural rock features shaped by wind and erosion over millions of years. Critics argue this explanation does not sufficiently account for the sheer number of formations that appear artificial in nature. Adding to the controversy are claims that some rover images have disappeared or were altered before public release. Allegations that NASA blurs or removes anomalies have further fueled suspicion that crucial information about Mars is being concealed. If Mars was once home to an advanced civilization, it would rank among the greatest discoveries in human history, fundamentally altering our understanding of life in the universe. Many independent researchers believe Mars was once a thriving planet similar to Earth. Scientific studies have already confirmed that Mars previously had a thicker atmosphere and conditions suitable for life. If so, it is not unreasonable to consider that intelligent beings may have lived there, leaving behind remnants now captured in rover imagery. Some theories even suggest Mars may not be entirely lifeless today, and that remnants of an ancient civilization could still exist underground. A particularly controversial idea proposes that Mars was once inhabited by an advanced race that either fled following a catastrophic event or was wiped out by an unknown force. While these theories remain unproven, they continue to challenge official narratives and keep the debate over Mars's hidden history alive.